Hey guys, it's Kate, Zen Cat Vintage, and first I just want to apologize for being MIA for a bit. I was under the weather again, but now I am back thrifting. Nothing can keep me down. So first thing I was looking at there were just some little stone elephants. I normally like picking those guys up. Those ones were priced at $1.99 each though, which I wasn't feeling that price for resale, and I don't need more knickknacks, though I find some. This guy here is an Atlantic mold, obviously really well known for their Christmas trees. Those are super hot, really desirable. He was just a hobbyist piece. He was kind of cool, but this I liked. I love the olive wood. I have a little collection of religious iconography. I like to pull items. I put together little lots. So, and then this is another cool piece. This is like a pocket shrine. Uh, it wasn't the nicest one I've ever seen. It was a newer one. The pictures weren't very nice. It was only 50 cents though. And then I really liked this harvest basket. But I could see right off the bat that there was quite a bit of damage. And I don't really buy a lot in the way of baskets. I'm not sure why. I don't have room for them myself. And I honestly think I've only ever sold and shipped one basket. So it was just a cute little piece of studio pottery. This one here was a total made in China dollar store knockoff snow baby. And then this piece was interesting because I thought it was Mexican or South American, but this is actually Romanian pottery. And this region, it's actually a UNESCO recognized cultural, intangible cultural, there's a proper term for it. So it's a really interesting sort of history and lore behind the pottery from this area of Romania. This was a cool little set. Candle holders. There's the pillar one there with the spike protected, two little votives. And then the other one I feel like was supposed to have a glass hurricane lamp on it. And of course, being close to Halloween, I had to check out the glass pumpkin. But that was priced at $8.99. Now this guy I really thought was very sweet, but he had some chips on him. I believe he is one of the Wind Ridge pottery gentlefolk. I have a few different ones of my own. I have a really cool dragon one. So he was sweet. I've never seen one quite like him. So I'm not sure if he was a true Wind Ridge pottery or if he was kind of like a dupe, but they're all handmade, and they don't make the Wind Ridge pottery anymore. I think he stopped in like the 80s making those, the artist. That was just a cute little glass mouse. I honestly didn't like the mirrored part. That seemed completely unnecessary. The little mouse was very cute. It was like a mouse on a ball. And I really liked the pattern on these teacups. These are Royal Veil. They just had kind of a really cool cross between almost like an atomic kind of vibe with the way the flowers were designed. Very mid-century. Not great resale on that pattern though. Couldn't really find much about it. It just seemed to be kind of a generic floral pattern, but they were very pretty. It's a sweetly made little studio pottery angel bell. And now here is one of the trinkets that I bought purely for myself. It's a pie funnel. Like a pie bird. Normally we see them and they're in the shape of a bird, like a blackbird. 4 and 20 blackbird baked in a pie. I've never seen an elephant one before. So that was cool. I'll put up the name of the maker. I've never seen that one before. They're not super rare, near as I can tell, but he was very sweet, so I'm gonna put him somewhere. Little Precious Moments anniversary bell there. And this is kind of a funky looking scale. Got to give it the old smush test. Probably work well for someone for something. I did like these planters. They had a little bit of age to them. They weren't brand new. I think they were priced at $6.99 and $7.99 though. I don't know, was maybe trying to be smart with money this day. I'm not entirely sure. I just didn't feel compelled to buy the swan planters, though they were very nice. I'm sure someone will grab them and absolutely love them. That was a cool older scrapbook there. I'm a bit of a sucker for the older scrapbooks, but they have to be in really good condition, like to resell for someone to use. I find that people can be a little particular. That one did have some marks and dings on it. So now here is a whole collection of some Wedgwood. This is I believe it was Panine pattern. And there's my husband, really excited to show me a pot. So anyways, that is a Wedgwood pattern, and we did end up purchasing a few pieces. These were very pretty with their little, I believe it's snowdrops, looks like snowdrops, pattern, Queen Anne china, I think. They're probably little egg cups. And then that green thing there is actually a Royal Winton piece. And this is a Whitefriars tumbler. This is the bark pattern. That thing glows under UV like there's no tomorrow. It looks so cool. So I don't know if I'm going to sell it or if I'm going to keep it, because it's a very cool looking piece. They do have some resale value though, even just a single tumbler, and it's in pretty good shape. I was drawn to that little vintage box there, but it felt like it was totally empty, so I didn't even bother. And then these are very cool. I think it's Indiana. I think it's called the Whitehall pattern. That cubist pattern that a few different makers make. That one was neat because it was the green color. I don't see that color very often in the cubist stuff. It's normally just the clear stuff. And so here is another one of those trinkets that I absolutely do not need. In any way, shape, or form, I do not need this. I 100% bought it, and I am keeping it because it is the sweetest little thing. That bird, there's a ladybug, the flowers, the nest. It's so freaking cute. Just absolutely adorable. I'm in love with it. Made in Italy. Those salt and pepper shakers there, I was checking because I think they were Pioneer Woman. I'm pretty sure that's a Pioneer Woman pattern. This I was checking to see what the material was, and then I was just kind of curious who the maker was, because that was a very cool little plate. It was plastic. Drawn to the random red mug. Maybe because I think it kind of set off a little bit of a Le Creuset bell in my brain, though it's clearly not Le Creuset. So I also really liked these. These I did hum and haw over. I just don't know if I would have been able to get them clean enough to resell, and I don't think I would have used them. They're some funky wall pockets, and someone obviously really liked them because they were dirty. So dirty. And the color on this caught my eye. I am a sucker for a vintage pitcher. Like our juice pitcher that we use at home all the time is a total old school vintage one. This was in contention to become a replacement just because I loved the color. And when I looked at it, I realized I've never heard of that maker. It was called Freshware. So that was honestly a new thing to see. Something really random. I've never heard of it. So, and it definitely seemed to have an older vibe, an older feel to the plastic. Here's another vintage scrapbook. I did really like this one as well. Love the style of the font there. But again, I mean, this one was actually in very good condition. I probably should have grabbed it. There were a few marks that I probably could have cleaned up. But again, I'm not sure where my headspace was entirely. I think I was trying to be a little conservative with money today. And I also think I was just kind of more so shopping for myself, because a few of the things that we bought I'm keeping. So today wasn't necessarily a reseller day. Today was kind of a what junk do I need day. There wasn't too terribly much on the blue shelves here, but as I continued to look around, I did find these little egg cups. They are by Johnson Brothers. This pattern is called Indies Blue, and yeah, so they're little egg cups. And the prices seem to be all over the place, so I did end up leaving them behind, but they're probably, I probably should have grabbed them because it kind of dawned on me later that the lower price ones were all like overseas with crazy high shipping. The ones selling in the US and Canada were actually priced and seemed to be selling relatively reasonably. So maybe a missed opportunity there, but they were very pretty. Someone will love them. And before we headed out the door, I had a quick look at the jewelry counter. Jewelry is what I started reselling, so I absolutely love it, and I always have a look, and I realized I never really film looking at jewelry, so I thought maybe today we will browse a jewelry tray together. The first one that I absolutely had to have was this little painted enamel snowman and reindeer, little Rudolph there. Then I was also really drawn to this lacquerware. And finally, I had to grab this butterfly. It's a leather butterfly. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and stay tuned for the haul. Thanks. Bye.